Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Good evening, this is Ritika Jain with ThePrint and we are here talking to Justice Kailash Gambhir, a former judge of the Delhi High Court. Sir, a couple of days ago you wrote a letter to the President against the elevation of Justice Dinesh Maheshwari and Justice Sanjeev Khanna. What prompted you to write that letter?
You see, what prompted me was that when I was watching TV on 11th January and all of a sudden I saw this news. And to confirm and reconfirm, I shifted to the other news channels also. And then I came to know this is a correct news. You see, Justice Sanjeev Khanna happened to be at number 4 in the seniority of Delhi High Court.
Right.
And Justice Dinesh Maheshwari name was earlier not accepted by the previous Collegium, and in his place the name of Justice Ajay Rastogi was sent.
Yes, sir.
So I was surprised by what has happened now that they are again sending the name of
And this happened, I think, within less than a month.
Less than a month.
Yes, sir.
So as far as Justice Sanjeev Khanna is concerned, he is superseding at least 32 judges if we look at the All India seniority.
Right,
and more shocking is, I think this may be the first case, if I am not wrong, that person is superseding his 3 senior judges.
Right.
2 of them happen to be the Chief Justices of different high courts.
Right, sir.
So that really shocked me.
Right.
And that is why I described this as an earth-shaking decision.
Right, sir. So do you think this is disturbing that the decision taken by the previous Collegium and the decision taken by the current Collegium, let me rephrase this. Do you think it's disturbing that the minute a new Collegium was formed, there was a new meeting that took place and a new decision was arrived at, and the previous decision, which was more or less a done deal, it's somehow shelved for now at least. We don't know what happens to that decision, but as of now it's been shelved. Do you think this is disturbing?
Yes, definitely. You see, as has been reported, this earlier decision of 12th December was a unanimous decision.
Right, sir.
Taken by the members of the Collegium.
Right, sir.
Recommending 2 names to be elevated to the Honorable Supreme Court. Now the question is, what has happened in between? Only the retirement of one of the members of the Collegium, Justice Lokur, who retired.
Right, sir.
Nothing else has happened.
Right, sir.
With the retirement of Justice Lokur, I don't think there could be any change in the decision. As well as previous Collegium or the next Collegium, there has to be continuity of the decision.
Right, sir.
There can't be any change like this. Now fresh consultations have taken place and now there is a fresh decision. Taking a complete, you see, I do not know. They have totally overturned the decision.
Right.
Total names have been changed.
Right.
This has never happened, I believe.
So did you see the report in the morning where apparently Justice Kaul has also given his opinion to the Chief Justice on how this would send a very wrong signal, the recommendation of the 2 new judges?
Yes, I have read in the paper. You see, as you know, the procedure. Suppose as they were recommending the name of Justice Khanna happens to be judge in Delhi High Court. Justice Sanjay Kaul was also a judge in Delhi High Court. And necessarily they have to consult the judge who is there from the same High Court. So the Collegium, I think, sent to consult Justice Sanjay Kaul. They asked for his views.
Right.
And Justice Kaul has given his views as we have seen today.
Right, sir.
It is not that he recently has given. I think it is just after the Collegium decides, then they ask the other judges from the same court what they have to say about a particular judge.
Sure.
And Justice Sanjay has given his dissent.
Right, sir.
In that.
Okay. So in your letter you've also mentioned this is another historical blunder. So would you like to clarify what other historical blunders you were referring to?
Historical blunders have been taking place right from 1973.
Right, sir.
And when Justice Ray was appointed first, then second time when Justice H.R. Khanna was superseded.
Right, sir.
And there are many other instances.
Right, sir.
And recent past was when Justice Joseph was not being considered. So
this we'll clarify Justice K.M. Joseph.
Yes, Joseph. So I wanted, because Justice Khanna definitely he in that Jabalpur judgment, he was only minority voice.
Right, sir.
And he had to suffer that. And this man happens to be the nephew of Justice Khanna.
Yes, sir.
The man who was an outstanding jurist and who stood a moral ground. And now his nephew, you want him to supersede other three senior judges.
Right, sir.
So that is what I say, let the Supreme Court or the government may not commit another blunder.
So the Collegium system has often come under attack, but the NJAC case basically gave its seal of approval on the Collegium system. Do you think there is any other alternative if not for the Collegium system?
No, I think after the decision of the NJAC, at least this debate should now come to an end.
Okay.
And the only thing is this, after all, Collegium comprises of, as far as elevation to Supreme Court and elevation as Chief Justice is concerned, 5 top judicial brains sit over the names. Now they have to show their objectivity and they have to respect the seniority and merit of persons.
Right.
Individual preferences should not be there.
Right, sir.
Judges are also human beings. They may have certain individual choices for particular persons, but the judges have to see the institutional integrity and their individual preferences should not matter.
So coming back to supersession, I think you mentioned Justice H.R. Khanna was superseded because of his minority opinion in the Jabalpur case. What are the dangers and the pitfalls of superseding a contender? Can you say that this is perhaps a carrot and a stick approach?
Yes, but the problem is one who is superseded. As we see that no voice is coming as yet. 32 judges are being superseded. All these judges, they suffer in silence. It is not that they don't suffer. Now you can see the fate of these 2 judges, Justice Nandar Jog and Rajinder Menon, who might have received many congratulations from their own colleagues.
Right.
And now what is their fate?
Right.
Now it is again sealed. First the decision goes that they are being elevated. Now there is a change in the decision. So at least it is not expected of the Supreme Court senior judges to conduct in this fashion.
Right, sir. So we'll wrap this up really soon. One last question. Around this time last year, 4 judges of the Supreme Court had held a press conference. They wanted to speak out against perhaps some alleged misadministration on the part of the former Chief Justice. But keeping that aside, we're not on that issue. What we're on the issue is 4 senior judges chose to speak out. They spoke out, of which one of them is the current Chief Justice. So do you think perhaps there could be another press conference, or perhaps after all that happened with the press conference, this is a bit disappointing what is happening right now, that there doesn't seem to be any change after all?
You see, when these 4 judges came out, everybody said this is an unprecedented step taken by these judges. And they said that they were not being heard by the Chief Justice of India. They represented many times, and being senior judges, they were not given any attention. And that is why they were forced to come out to address the public and the media. I think issues were then also very important which they had raised.
Right.
Because the main issue was that ignoring the seniority of the judges, some of the selective cases were being marked to some of the benches.
Right.
That was a very, very genuine issue. Although on judicial side, it is a settled position that CJI is the master of roster. But then when they raised a voice, but I feel what this Collegium has done, that is far more serious issue.
Okay.
It is ignoring the seniority of the judges and seniority of the same High Court. You see, it is not that today you pick a 4th person in the hierarchy. Tomorrow you pick a person who is number 9, 10, 12. Then what is the criteria?
Right.
You see the judges case 1998 and otherwise the Practice is to respect the seniority.
Right.
Seniority cannot be ignored unless there is something adverse against a person.
Right.
Unless there are compelling reasons, no, this judge not. You kindly examine when Justice Geeta Mittal was recently elevated as a Chief Justice of J&K. Prior to that, Justice Nandarjog was elevated. Now, what has come in between to ignore them?
Right.
There is nothing, no material against them.
Absolutely. So, getting back to the last thing, do you think there's a possibility of another press conference? Do you have any faith that maybe there'll be another press conference?
No, I don't think who is going to come out. I don't perceive that any other judge, sitting judge is going to come out and sit for this. I don't perceive that.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
This is Ritika Jain with ThePrint.